So I'm gonna be driving 12 hours in one day down to Wyoming to compete in a YouTube video competition.
I can't move my fingers, I'm paralyzed.
That's crazy. You may be asking why, because why not? A challenge of cold plunge,
I'm actually struggling already, really bad.
cold exposure, sauna breaks, all for the possibility of winning a 360 camera and a $1,000 prize. The thing is, I've never road tripped without my parents before. This is definitely gonna be interesting. It's raining pretty hard out. Okay. This is borderline kind of scary. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm sneaking out of the house or something. 10 minutes into the drive and I already almost hit a deer. Not the best sign. So I headed into town to go pick up my friend and then we were off. I had all of my motion sickness supplies, including Dramamine. Knocked me out immediately. So we're only about 45 minutes into the drive and we are having to fill up. 95% of this drive is gonna be in Montana and it's gonna be very rural. We have to drive north to south, the entire height of Montana. There's one stretch in there where we're gonna go about 3+ hours without a gas station. So it's very important that we fill up every chance we get.
I'm hushing the dog on the chain. I'm running up stones on the edge of the bank. Rally the troops for another refrain.
We are 3.5 hours into the drive, which is actually pretty good. 480 miles to go, so we're not quite there yet. According to Google Maps, we're gonna arrive at 5:30. I'm hoping we can make it maybe around 6 with some stops. That is optimistic. The road trip antsiness is starting to get to me. I've already broken into quite a few of the snacks and the drinks, the coffees, the water, so.
Hour 4, we finished off the rest of our snacks. And hour 5, I pretty much just slept. So second fill up of the drive, we are in Butte, Montana. This is the last city we're probably gonna see for a good stretch of like 3 or 4 hours. So we're gonna have to be a little conservative on the gas. Running out of gas, again, would be not on the itinerary for today. So I'm gonna finish filling up, then I'm gonna make a quick stop in Walmart to get a couple things I need. And we are back on the road. We have about 5.5 hours until we reach our destination. I would say we're making pretty good time. Going through all of the food, but making pretty good time. These aren't exactly the most attractive thing of footwear, but I need Crocs for one of the challenges. It's kind of a cold exposure type thing. I need the dogs out. Might be going with these. I found black. I'm doing black. Other cities' Walmarts confuse me. Oh yeah, road tripping in style. I got my grandpa attire. So after the quick errand, we were back on the road until I saw this. My heart definitely skipped a beat seeing any bad little emoji light on during, hour 6 of a road trip. So we had to pull over to check everything out. Everything seemed to be good as far as we could tell. I think the wind and the rough roads might have just messed with the sensor. I mean, I hoped so.
We're gonna figure this out. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. Let's see. Yeah. I never really liked road trips as a kid. I got car sick and my dad would be like, look kids, a mountain. I'd be like, yeah, I saw the other 15 mountains we've driven by. I'm actually appreciating it a lot more. I've been looking around. I saw goats, I saw sheep, a significant amount of cows. And I feel like it's just kind of a different perspective. Now that this is my own trip, like I have to try to map things out. I have to plan for when to stop for gas. It makes it kind of more of an adventure. There's actually stuff on the line. We're currently hours in both directions from a city or gas station, so. Makes things like that sensor light coming on a little scary. So it didn't seem like there was a tire leaking. I'm hoping that's just a sensor issue because that would really suck to get stuck with a flat. That's definitely something that would happen to me on my first adult road trip. Oh, we did it! We did a road trip sandwich. Okay, we're gonna eat and then time to get back on the road. Starting to get a little nervous about the elevation. It's about to get really high. So hopefully I handled that all right. So far I've been feeling good, no issues. But, you know, things can always take a turn for the worse. I think it takes a little while before the elevation kind of hits you. 4.5 hours. Let's go.
So after lunch, I busted out my brand new camera to try to take some photos. Something for the travel scrapbook.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on.
Tatankas!
Just a pause for relief.
On hour 9, we made another stop for gas right before crossing back into Idaho.
Now it's just a straight shot to Wyoming. Not much longer now, but I can definitely feel the elevation starting to build pressure in my head a little bit. My ears are hurting. I kind of feel like I'm on an airplane, but so far I still feel all right. Fingers crossed. Knock on everything.
On hour 10, we finally made it into Wyoming.
Come on, soft.
After nearly 12 hours in the car, we finally made it to Pinedale, Wyoming.
Oh my gosh. We made it. Officially road tripping.
So it is day 1 of 2 here in Wyoming. I am so excited. Today's when we start the challenges. I'm definitely gonna be cold plunging in a few hours. I just tried to walk out to my car in the parking lot to get a phone charger and I was in this t-shirt. It is freaking freezing. It's really windy, which makes it a lot more miserable outside than it actually is. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see Wyoming a little bit. So I'm gonna go get my bodyguard. That's right, my driver, my chaperone on this trip, it's Kevin Costner. So we were headed to the challenge. I was very nervous. Yeah.
It's cold.
Where it's gonna happen.
I am not exaggerating. I don't even like watching a video of this pond. This was way more extreme than I was expecting. But we were ready. I think. I checked out the sauna that we were going to be using for the challenge. It was so cool. Very cozy. Meanwhile, the death of me was being prepared. Yeah, I need to get my my change of clothes, my cold plunge attire, everything I need to be freezing. In my last video, I had quite a few people asking, are you sure this isn't a scam? Like, are you sure this is a legit competition before you go drive out there? Easy proof, not a scam. This is happening. Plus, scams just aren't my style. I don't get spam calls. I don't get spam emails. Nothing. I've kissed all of those goodbye since signing up for Incognate, who is also sponsoring today's video. If you are one of the few people who hasn't been targeted by cyber criminals or scammers, you at least know somebody who has. Data breaches and cybercrime are becoming more and more prevalent because it's getting so hard to decipher what's real and what's fake. And all of this is because of data brokers, whose entire job is to scan the internet for your personal personal sensitive information like phone numbers, employment history, address, social security number, court records, and sell it for profit to people and companies that you do not want having it. The good news is you can request data brokers delete all of the information they have on you, but who knows how to do that? I don't, you probably don't. That's where Incogni comes in. Incogni will reach out on your behalf to request your data be removed. They will handle any objections, and they'll keep repeating the process to make sure they're catching things as they pop up again. For me, I was very happy to see that Incogni took me off of those people search sites where anyone and everyone can get information on you, which is extremely dangerous for obvious reasons. Most importantly, I love knowing that I am making strides to protect myself from having things like my identity stolen. Again, plus I don't want to get spam calls anymore. It's annoying. So I recommend Incogni's family plans so you can protect all of your loved ones. So to take back your personal data with Incogni, use code Nevaeh at the link in the description below to get 60% off an annual plan. Okay. I've got this. The sauna was so warm. This cozy, little steamy, Scandinavian type hug. At this point in time, I was quite enjoying myself. It was so warm. The air was like one big bubble bath. I never wanted to leave.
You got that dog in you, Nevaeh? Yeah, Nevaeh's got that dog in her. Maybe like a little chihuahua or something, but you know, that dog nonetheless.
So I think I'm gonna get cold really quickly, but I'm not getting out of that water. Because I drove 12 hours to be here, so I'm not leaving.
That's crazy. Why did you drive 12 hours for this?
I was bored.
So we headed down to the pond. At this point, I have a pit in my stomach, but there was no turning back now. The time had come to finally
Go!
My body was burning. Fire. I was on fire in the water.
Slow breath. Deep breathing.
I had previously come up with some funny stuff I wanted to say. I was gonna play it cool in the cold plunge, but yeah, that all went out the window. I went into pure, literal survival mode.
Oh, wow. That's very, very cold, actually. Really? Oh, you're a psychopath.
Why do my ankles feel like they're exploding? I'm actually struggling already, really bad.
I basically started panicking.
I can't move my fingers, I'm paralyzed. I'd wave if my hand doesn't work right now.
You know, there's a warm sauna right up on that hill. Doesn't that sound good?
I'm eating the seaweed, brother.
No.
At this point, I think I was having a spiritual experience or something. I just completely zoned out.
Oh my gosh.
But by some miracle, I stayed in the water and I made it through the first challenge.
All right, congratulations. You guys have made it to 5 minutes, which I've been advised is the longest we should safely stay in here. So let's get on out, go to the sauna. Oh man, already?
This is gonna make it so.
I can feel my whole body.
Go ahead and get in there.
I was proud of myself. I didn't think I would be able to stand the feeling of burning alive in water for 5 minutes, because that is literally what it feels like. I'm so red. That was really rough.
Your dad and brother's gonna be so proud of you.
Yeah.
So it's been a couple hours now. We went and got lunch. We are at our next filming location. There's higher stakes now. I went through the cold plunge and I don't want to have done that for nothing. So I've got to win this. Unfortunately, that means I am about to get really cold again, but I've got it. It's like not even that cold looking outside. The wind doesn't help. Yeah. So I got my cold exposure outfit on, and then it was time for trivia, which I was feeling pretty confident about.
How much does the sauna, including the stove, weigh in pounds?
Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. I prepared for this challenge. I put in the effort. I was ready for anything, except guessing the weight of a truck bed pine sauna, but I was still feeling pretty good. It wasn't until everyone flipped around their answers, I think I may have messed up.
And the correct answer is 670 pounds. Which means I am so sorry, Nevaeh is eliminated. No, I feel so bad because she came from like so far away. I feel so bad. Can I give you a hug? Oh my goodness.
I don't like being a part of these eliminations.
Get to me.
So, I was eliminated after all.
Alright, clap it up for Nevaeh. Yeah.
I didn't even make it to the snow tower competition. I came with a goal, and it didn't turn out how I had hoped. If only I had known more about truck bed pine sauna's total weight. I'm cold, I'm defeated, I'm very competitive. I really thought I was gonna make it to the end. When it comes to knowing how much a tailgate sauna weighs, I had no idea. I gave it my best guess, I gave it my all. But even though I didn't win the challenge, this was a cool experience and I still got a trip out of it. I mean, I would have done this road trip just for the fun of it, but this was a pretty good excuse. At least I can say I did this. At the end of the day, I made some new friends, so this has been fun. So with all of that said, there's now a dilemma. I planned the trip with the fact in mind that I might be participating in the finale of the challenge and I might have my entire day booked up tomorrow. Since that is not the case, I don't know what to do all day tomorrow. I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming. No more plans. This town is really little, probably smaller than back home. I had to eat hotel snacks last night for dinner because there were just no restaurants open. Hey Siri, what is there to do near Pinedale, Wyoming? Hiking, lakes, This is part of the hard part of trying to go on an adult trip, you know. Usually this is where my parents would just take over and be like, this is what we're doing. Gotta figure that out myself now. Hello? Hi. So I got eliminated. What else is there to do in Wyoming? So for the rest of the day, I watched the Snow Tower Challenge, and I even got promoted to camera girl.
Wait, is that an avocado fit? Holy guacamole.
I did a little honorary judging.
That's crazy.
With the competition out of the picture for tomorrow, I had something else I needed to figure out now. Looks like we got some snow last night. Poor Sue. She got snowed on. She's got icicles. So after some Googling and a phone call with Mom, I came up with a plan B for how to spend my last day in Wyoming.
I'm hushing the dog on the chain. I'm running up stones on the edge of the bank. Rally the troops for another refrain.
I made sure to get lots of photos on the way. Almost there. I'm spending the day in the Grand Teton National Park. It's windy. So I'm at the National Museum of Wildlife Art. This is really cool. I don't think they do that. Piano. As soon as we headed into the park, huge moose, right there. Perfect photo opportunity. That's so cool. I've never seen a moose before, which is crazy because I live in North Idaho. Considering I just bought a new camera, this is like the perfect trip to go on. I'm gonna get so many cool photos. I'm so excited. There was literally the deepest snow I had ever seen. Really windy. lot of snow. A lot of snow. It is freaking freezing. Oh my gosh. Oh no. There's so much snow all over my boots. Okay, so we ended up getting a map. I have no idea where we are. We're looking for Jackson Lake. We're right there. We're almost at Jackson Lake Junction. Which means we're coming up on Jackson Lake, and it finally got sunny, so I'm excited. I was tanking some liquids on this trip. Something on Google told me that this would help fend off elevation sickness. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, I felt okay, so I trust it. I made sure to take lots and lots and lots of photos. I had a camera full of scenery by the end of the day. I'm really scared of this bird. Don't fly in my window. I come bearing chips. Peace offering. This is the most scenic place I've ever seen a bird eat a chip. The river is beautiful. The lake, however, is frozen and covered in snow, so it's just one big white blanket. Never mind, I'm going back. I'm going back. It's the leg with the hole in my jeans. My trip taking this turn really did feel like a callback to my childhood road trip, from Yellowstone to the Tetons. I'm really glad I came here, even if there was so much snow that half the park was closed off to us. So as we drove further into the park, the weather started to get pretty extreme. Crazy. It went from blue skies and sunny, cold but sunny, to just looking like an absolute blizzard out here. Probably why all of the tourist photos I see of the Tetons look like they're taken in the springtime. So nature forced us to head back. So the weirdest kind of culture shock I've seen so far in Wyoming is the weird western looking Target. I've never before seen a Target that looks like this, and their McDonald's looks like this, the Wendy's looks like this, everything. The Grand Tetons were the perfect way to end this trip. I'm so happy I got to go. But after 2 amazing days, it was time to make the drive all the way back to North Idaho. This is a trip I will always remember, my first adult road trip. Originally, I came here for the competition, but I think the way everything worked out was kind of a blessing in disguise, because I may not have won this challenge, not even close, but if you ask me, the trip was even more of a success. I got so many good memories and photos, plus, now I can forever say I did this. Totally worth it.